Good day, this is Myra Burdensen, so I will be discussing the background and current performance of Facebook. In its first performance update of the year, Meta has once again emphasized its enduring performance capacity. Even as it focuses on the next stage of digital connection, first and foremost, in terms of daily active users, Facebook averaged 1.96 billion in March 2022, up 4% year-over-year. The majority of Facebook usage growth came from Asia-Pacific, where the app is still expanding into emerging markets and seeing steady adoption. Though it's worth noting that Facebook daily usage rate fell by 2 million in Europe and only increased slightly in the United States. Facebook usage has been fluctuating in both markets for some time, and it's possible that this market have reached their peak levels of adoption. So to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected, Facebook mission statement says, emphasizing the company's influential role in clients it serves. Facebook has had to readjust and redefine its mission statement in the past due to the changing landscape of the social networking industry. People use Facebook to stay connected with friends and family, to discover what's going on in the world, and to share and experience what matters to them. Says Facebook vision statement, the company's focus is on its influence in the social media sectors. So Facebook objectives, the goal of the company is to help people form communities and bring people closer together. After years of unchecked growth, Facebook has essentially become too big. The negative consequences for the company and its customer are obvious. The content on feeds is a jumble of viral, often toxic, or simple false information. Facebook policies define what isn't allowed on Meta technologies. If content goes against their policies, they take action on it. Facebook commitment to voice community standards aim to provide a safe space for individuals to express themselves and offer them a voice. So Meta wants individuals to be freely to openly discuss the topics that are important to them, even if others disagree or find them offensive. So authenticity, they want to ensure that the content that users view on Facebook is genuine. Then they believe that authenticity fosters greater sharing, which is why they don't want anyone to use Facebook to misrepresent themselves or their activities. So safety, Meta company obligate to secure people from using their Facebook. They eliminate information that may put people's physical security at danger. Threatening content is not permitted on Facebook because it has potential to frighten, exclude, or silence others. So privacy, personal privacy information are important to Facebook so that people can be themselves, select how and when they post on Facebook, and interact more readily if they have their privacy. So dignity, in terms of dignity and rights, Facebook think that everyone is equal. They want anticipate individuals threatening others and dignity and refraining from harassing or degrading them.
Good day everyone, I'm Hannalyn Argarin. Facebook has supporters 5 forces. First is supply power. They provided some server, office equipment, technology, and etc. because these are what they need. Also, they build a supply chain with different suppliers that they will get the raw materials, and they experiment some design with different raw materials that they will take from the suppliers to see what is the better for the product. Second is buyer power. Buyer power for the Facebook is to innovating some new product to ensuring a good users of the customers is a key to attracting and retaining our customers. In this new product, they will reduce the desertion of the existing customers of the Facebook incorporation. Third is competitive rivalry for the Facebook incorporation. If you build wisely and your plans are also good for what really you can compete better for the other competitors. The more they will think those plans of those designs and etc. And also Facebook incorporation is if you can collaborating to the other competitors is for you to increase even more, especially that your market size. Fourth is threat of substitution. the better of their company, they will increase more, and their customers, they will like other innovating products. And lastly is threat of new entrants. It is a strong force against from Facebook due to the low of switching costs of advertisers in moving from one service provider to another.
My name is Krisha George and I will discuss Facebook's internal environment. First is the resources. It mainly focuses on selling advertising space on their social media platforms, with over $33.7 billion in revenue and 97% of it was from advertising. Then capabilities. Their marketing capabilities are very extensive. They focus on research and development, which enables them to rapidly innovate. With their whopping revenues over the years, they already acquired the companies of their competitors. Their operational capability includes cultural diversity and social inclusivity. They do not discriminate based on race, religion, color, and origin, etc. Facebook's marketing operations use promotions to spread awareness of their products, such as advertising, viral marketing, direct marketing, and word of mouth. They always make sure to stay ahead of the market. In fact, they already bought various social media platforms, which is also their competitors, such as Instagram, Oracle, and WhatsApp. Their company culture is very loose and casual. As their employees describe, they encourage employees to be an extrovert and to always speak their minds. They also get rewarded for being an extrovert.
When Facebook was launched in the year 2004, people witnessed its fast-growing popularity in the community, which indicates the effectiveness of its generic strategy. Facebook has directional strategies that help in maintaining the company's competitive advantage, which discussed and identified by Bamford et al. 2018 as composed of three general orientations: growth, stability, and retrenchment. Based on the company's performance from the past years up until now, Facebook used horizontal growth. Through this method, Facebook was able to expand its market and increase their influence by integrating with other applications. In terms of stability, Facebook used no change strategy. Company is known for its continued success despite of not showing any changes with its operation even in the midst of pandemic. With regards to the company's retrenchment strategy, Facebook, despite of removing some of its features, their strategy are still not yet considered.
Good day, I am Cyril Lacson. So for Chapter 5, here is the SWOT analysis of Facebook Inc. First, strengths. Facebook's greatest strength lies in its well-known brand name. Around the world, people recognize Facebook as the world's leading social media platform. Next, Facebook has won most of the social media market. Other platforms and competitors cannot match their popularity and demand. Therefore, Facebook has a competitive advantage over others in terms of market position. Facebook has always demonstrated strong leadership and still continues to be one of the company's strengths. An additional strength of Facebook is its subsidiary selection and acquisition. The network has significantly expanded its user base and popularity through its subsidiaries, such as Instagram and WhatsApp. Next is weaknesses. Facebook have been widely criticized for its inadequate privacy policy. Some experts have also accused the company of selling users' data to third parties. As a result, Facebook is facing a backlash due to its negligence in protecting users' privacy and is declining in popularity in some parts of the world. In recent years, Facebook has become a playground for disseminating misleading information, promotional information, and fake news. The company believes in freedom of speech and gives everyone equal rights, but it also created a space to spread fake news. Moreover, Facebook earns nearly 98.5% of its revenue from its advertising income. However, relying on advertising revenue also means that you have no other source of income to rely on if your primary source goes down. Next is opportunities. Since the company has a known brand name and billions of users, Facebook can expand its existing business services such as online video streaming, online dating, and marketplace to compete with other brands like Amazon, YouTube, Tinder, and etc. In addition, Facebook has a successful history of acquiring an established platform such as WhatsApp and Instagram. The company can also imitate the same success by investing in other similar or different platforms. It will allow them to add more users to their platform and its entire network. And lastly, Facebook threats. The biggest threat that Facebook faces is competition. As new entrants to the markets provide specialized platforms aimed at younger generations such as TikTok, this has weakened the company's strength. Moreover, many countries have banned Facebook, such as China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea. In some of these countries, the main concern is the freedom of expression given by Facebook, which can encourage fake news. For others, Facebook is a network they can control. Also, Facebook users are always at risk of being hacked and having unauthorized access by third parties. Facebook has improved its security procedures but it still has a negative reputation due to similar attempts.
Good day, I'm Jaylin Pantas and I'm going to discuss the chapter 6 of this paper. One of the proposed strategies for them is the vertical growth under growth strategy. It is suitable for their company because it can help them adapt to the current trends. Instead of buying other companies like TikTok or outsourcing other companies to help them, they can develop their own with almost the same features but more advanced and upgraded. The advantages are it can improve Facebook's brand image, it can increase their competitive advantage and block new entrants, while the disadvantages is it can be costly and it can increase Facebook's responsibility. Another one is profit strategy under stability strategy. In times of crisis, it is recommended for the company to slow down and think of their expenditures thoroughly, like slowing down on hiring workforces from mid-level to senior level roles. The advantages are it can lessen their costs and they will be able to think of a better plan for their workforces. The disadvantages are it can lessen or weaken the company's quality and it is applicable for short-term duration only. Last is turnaround strategy under retrenchment strategy. In times of crisis, it is recommended for the company to lessen their expenses and costs like cutting back or eliminating their employees' free services like laundry or dry cleaning. The advantages are it can lessen their expenses and costs and they will be able to prioritize relevant things. While the disadvantages are it requires a lot of time and effort and it can increase employee turnover. It is recommended for the company to use vertical growth because it can help them to reach their growth potential because they will serve as their own distributor and supplier, and also because it complements their horizontal strategy.
As supply management lesson learned. Despite multiple newly invented applications being introduced to the market, Facebook has the feature that made people use it more frequently than other platforms. As a result, the company was able to maintain its position to the top at most used profitable platform in today's time. Upon studying Facebook Incorporation's background and history, we have seen the company's strategic management bring them to success. Mark Zubisky, the owner of Facebook, admits that the company encountered problems just like other companies beyond succeeding rate. But with the help, guidance, and strategic management, maintaining the company market position will be able possible by empowering and working business strength. Facebook is there are almost 2 decades and operations show as a yet smart way to handle an organization effectively and efficiently. Beside Mark Zubisky's commitment and dedicate the company show how to strong leader can influence organization itself and be a source of the company's motivation. The things that every entrepreneur aspirant most to take Facebook business analysis is the learning how to make decisions that benefits for most, maximize every strength and realistic influencer.